And now we'll take you to a press conference with Representatives Liz Olson and Mike Howard to talk about the effort that parents put in this first week of school.
Well, welcome everyone, and thanks for coming to our post-game analysis here. We're here to recap the first week of school for the members of our caucus that are parents of young children. And let me be the first to recognize that this week can be both very joyful and it can also be a very emotional time. Representative Howard, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm doing all right.
Well, the beginning of the school year is a great reminder that the real MVPs of this effort are the bus drivers, the paras, the teachers that teach and care for our kids.
Representative Olson, can you tell us how you felt your family executed the plan for the first day?
Sure, yeah. I mean, ultimately, we had a plan going into the day. We executed that plan. It maybe wasn't flawless, as many of you saw, but we got the job done and everyone made it to school.
One follow-up. Do you think there was too much yelling?
I wouldn't say it was yelling. I don't think that is a fair characterization of what happened. Talking sternly, sure. Yelling, definitely not.
Can you tell us how you spent your day after your daughter went off to school?
You know what? I don't think that's relevant. I'm not going to talk about that. We're here to talk about the kids getting to school, and we succeeded at that.
Representative Howard, you just dropped your child off for the second time. It seems like you're a little shaken up by the experience. Have you been crying since the bus pulled away, or?
This is hard. And we always expected that there would be tears on the first day. I just thought it would be more likely to be my first grader crying than myself. And so, yes, have I been crying? Absolutely. But I have stopped crying for at least the last few minutes, and I'm pulling it together.
Representative Olson, a fellow parent seemed to have been running a little late on the first day and missed the bus. Are you concerned that not every parent was operating at the highest level on day one?
You know, I'm not here to criticize how the other parents do the job. I mean, only thing we can control is what we do. But I do have to say, when you're operating at this level, you got to come to play. You got to bring the A game every time. You can't just hope that the bus is going to leave at the scheduled time. You better come early and expect that bus to be leaving 10 minutes early.
One follow-up. Does the fact that you missed the bus on the second day factor into that analysis?
Probably, but I can't admit that. Shoes and kindergartners, that sometimes is just such a tough part of the morning.
Representative Howard, we're hearing reports that you haven't posted any pictures on Facebook like all of the rest of the good parents. Can you explain why we're not seeing transparency from you?
Look, we took 47 pictures. I'm not sure what else I could have done. That bus comes pretty early and it's still dark out. We're frankly not used to waking up at 6:30 in the morning yet. And have you ever tried taking a picture with a squirming child in low light? I bet not. Next question.
I'm sorry, Representative, but what about Grandma? She still hasn't gotten a photo texted to her. Doesn't she deserve a photo of the first day?
Look, if Grandma Cheryl has an issue, she can talk to me. Otherwise, I'm here to talk about our family's execution on the first day of school. And, we got the job done. I know my good friend, Representative Olson, she posted some very nice photos with filters and whatnot. They were lovely. But some of us were just trying to survive the first day, and we did.
Representative Olson, what do you think Minnesotans should take away from this experience?
Well, it's really obvious after this, and as you all saw the footage, that our colleagues need to really come and have an honest conversation about what is important to Minnesotans. It's things like packing lunches the night before, going to bed early, maybe even sleeping in our shoes so that we can get right to work in the morning.
Representative Howard, what can we expect from you and your caucus next week?
Well, we're going to go back to the drawing board, review the playbook for the morning routine, get input from stakeholders, and see where we land. We had a great first week, but I know that we can be even better next week.
It seems like some of the members of the team think that more sugary treats before bedtime would solve a lot of these problems. Is that something that you'd consider, Representative Olson?
Well, I mean, everyone seems to have their idea of how this is going to be better, but I really do believe we need to consider those outside influences like grandmas and grandpas and their ability that they have to help us get this job done or not. there's those supposed cries for more sugar are clearly being used as a red herring to distract from what's really important here.
Which is what's really important here, Representative Howard.
Well, for starters, maybe someone should make coffee when they get up instead of checking Twitter right away. That's something, not naming names, but folks can work on. That would be one thing I think we can all agree on. And then maybe we get back to basics, like staying at the table for dinner. And if we could all come together and agree that vegetables need to be eaten before you have your dessert, and then maybe we can make it through the year with our sanity somewhat intact.
All right, folks, that's all we have time for here. We need to take a nap. Actually just get on a very important conference call with the governor. So thank you all very much.
And in all seriousness, happy start to the school year to all the parents, kids, teachers, and everyone that's just trying to get through the day. It's an exciting time, and we're in this together.
No, I'm done.